guys, and welcome to today's video. So in today's video we are going to be talking August favorites. I'm going to mention a couple of things that I have talked about before in my What's New at the Drugstore videos, but mostly I'm going to be talking about things that I haven't mentioned because I feel like this video would be forever long if I rounded up everything that I've been loving this month, and that's kind of what my What's New at the Drugstore videos are for. So with all of that out of the way, let's go ahead and get right into it. So my first favorite is this e.l.f. Matte Blotting Mist. I have been reaching for this all the time. If you're not familiar with this, it basically claims to help soak up excess oils with a setting spray. I feel like setting sprays are typically around for people with drier skin. There's a lot of setting sprays out there to kind of add the radiance to your makeup back and give your face a nice glowy effect, like coconut sprays and all kinds of things for people with drier skin. But those of us with oily skin enjoy setting sprays as well, and having one specifically made for oily skin is awesome. So I've been loving this, using this to touch up throughout the day when I don't have a powder handy or I don't want to add any more thick feeling products to my face when I'm already sweaty and oily. This has been a go-to for me. All right, next up is a makeup sponge. So when I did a Shop Miss A haul a long time ago, I got, like, I'm talking 4 or 5 years ago, I got one of their sponges and it was not good. I was not a fan of it, and a lot of people in the comments were like, you must have gotten a bad one, because I love mine. So I recently ordered, finally, another one, and you're right, I have been loving this. So soft. It does an amazing job of blending everything out. This is what I was using in my wedding makeup video, and this is such a good dupe for the Beauty Blender. It's like the exact same thing. If anything, this one's actually softer. So I have been reaching for this non-stop to like blend everything out after I apply my foundation and my bronzer and my blush, just as a final step to really meld everything together and to soak up any excess product. So this is $1 and it's absolutely fantastic. All right, next up is a Amazon find. One of you actually sent me a DM on Instagram with a TikTok because I've been complaining about all my flyaways. With my postpartum hair loss, I have all of this new regrowth and I'm constantly trying to pin it down and get it out of my face. I feel like I've tried everything. And then one of you sent me a link to a TikTok, like I said, with like a mascara looking product that you just brush through your hair to pin down your baby hairs and your flyaways. And I got this one. This is called the Flash Moment. It's just an Amazon product. I think I spent $10 and it came with 2 of these, and it really does just look like a mascara or a brow gel, and it does an awesome job of laying down all of your flyaways. I just comb it through and just use a tiny bit of it, and whether I have my hair up or if it's down, I'm trying to lay them down. This does a really good job. So thank you to the person that sent me that on Instagram, and I will link this down below if you guys struggle with the same problem, because it is a struggle. Let me just tell you. All right, next up is an eyeshadow palette I've been really enjoying. This is the Nubian by Juvia's Place. I picked this up because I was looking for a nice neutral palette, and unfortunately in transit, I ordered this straight from Juvia's Place. These 2 shades got destroyed, but outside of that, everything else is intact, and I'm still really happy with this purchase because these are such gorgeous shades. This one right here is the closest shade that I found to the original Naked palette shade Naked, which was one of my favorite blending shades. It's like the perfect crease shade, and this is the exact same tone, has the exact same undertones, and is the perfect transition color for any makeup look. You guys know how I am about a cohesive palette. I don't want to have to reach into other palettes for things, so the transition shades in here are gorgeous. I mostly use this one. There's a ton of shimmer shades that are so pigmented and blendable, and then you've got some deeper matte shades to deepen up the outer corner or use as an eyeliner. And I just found myself reaching for this all the time. It's a really good neutral palette, and I love the packaging. It's much better than like the plasticky packaging that a lot of the palettes have. It feels a lot more high-end. All right, next up is something that's new to me. You guys got me to buy this from my Drugstore Gems video. It's the Almay Lip Vibes in the shade Go Wild. This shade is so beautiful. It's so perfect. I'm gonna add a little bit. It's just, oh my gosh. The fact that you guys recommended this just shows how well you know me, because this has been my go-to lip shade. It's a matte formula, but it's a very, very creamy matte formula. It's not drying, it's stunning. And this shade paired with like a darker liner just looks like the perfect nude color. So if you've been in search for the perfect nude, kind of matte, kind of not shade, this is it. I have found it. Well, you guys found it, and now I have it. All right, next up is a lash curler that I have fallen in love with, and it is the Tweezerman lash curler. I've mentioned this in my mascara video, but I like to apply my mascara, let it dry, and then curl it a little bit with a lash curler. And this has just given my lashes so much curl. I've tried the Kevyn Aucoin lash curler, the Shumaru, however you say that, lash curler, and this is definitely up there with those. I get this question all the time, like what's a great drugstore lash curler? And if you're in the search for an affordable one, I tell you what, Tweezerman is just as good as the high-end ones, and it has landed back in my makeup bag, especially with all the really great mascaras I've been trying lately. It just adds so much more curl and lift to whatever mascara you're using. So again, if you're in the search for lash curlers, give these ones a try. All right, and then last but not least is this Covergirl Concealer. This was not in my top 5 drugstore concealers, but lately I've been reaching for this quite a bit. I feel like it's a perfect concealer to use when you're not gonna wear any foundation. And I've been doing that a lot lately, where I've just been putting this underneath my eyes, around my nose, and on any blemishes. And for a very full coverage concealer, this can really blend into the skin and make it look like you're not wearing concealer, but really cover what you need to have covered, which is perfect for days where I don't want to wear foundation. I have mine in the shade Classic Ivory, and even though it's a really light shade, it works really well for me. I definitely have to go back in with a little bit of bronzer even when I'm not wearing foundation, because otherwise this can kind of wash me out. But I don't even really need to set this with a powder on days where I just want to look halfway decent and pulled together to like run out to the grocery store, and I want something that's gonna go a really long way. I just use a dot of the product and really blend it out. It's gonna cover what I want to have covered. It's gonna stay somewhat matte on my skin and look really natural. So I have been reaching for this nonstop for my no makeup days, and it has not done me wrong. And that is gonna be it for this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this. Give it a thumbs up if you did. All the products I mentioned will be linked down below if you're interested in giving them a shot. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.